All right, so let's move on to the driver. We've got the driver currently set for 9.5 degrees. And do you know? Okay, there you go. 2 gram weight on the front.
Heavy weight in the back.
That's the heavy
14, I think, or 12.
14. So that's gonna create more spin and more launch. Just so you know. So moving the weight to the back, a little higher launch, a little higher spin, more forgiving.
Yeah.
Which is nice with the driver. And then moving that heavy weight forward is going to bring your ball flight down.
Penetrating ball flight.
Yep. And it's going to have less spin on it. It's going to be a little less forgiving as well. So we're now in the driving range, so it's pretty wide open. Feel free to go ahead and just rip it out there and see what you got. Let's check out these numbers. Okay, so backspin 2392. Ideal. Pretty good right there. Launch angle was a little high. Efficiency. Do you know what efficiency is, Brett?
It's when you, is it contact with the ball?
Efficiency, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. So efficiency, if you were going to calculate it, would be how many times your club head speed can go into your ball speed. So 107.5 goes into 154.4, 1.44 times. That make sense?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it really has a lot to do with how much in the center of the face you make contact.
Yeah, that was my best.
As well as angle of attack, okay, and face angle.
Yeah.
Those are all very important. So you could actually have your club head speed be 7 miles an hour, and your ball speed with your driver could get to like 14. So that would make your efficiency 2 point, or I'm sorry, yeah, that would be like 2.0. So it's pretty much impossible to do that.
Yeah.
Right. So, but if your club head speed was 100 and your ball speed was 150, well, you'd be 1.5. Okay, that actually is possible.
Yeah.
Other information to note: spin axis was 0.78 degrees right, and you faded it. So let's go back to kind of where we were in the beginning. On a scale of 1 to 5, what are you rating that shot?
Probably about a 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Why?
It just wasn't solid contact, kind of off the heel.
Heel shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Out on the heel. And
Heel fade.
a little on the fade side. So go ahead and continue hitting, and we'll kind of see if we can improve that.
Wasn't my best.
Okay, total distance 301. Nice job on total distance, but I don't think that was very ideal for you. Efficiency was 1.42. What happened there?
Flipped it.
Okay.
Got inside. Flipped it.
Okay. Definitely sounded a lot better.
It was a little better.
1.44.
Still a little off the, as it's still healing.
Okay, so a little heely, and looks like you're swinging a little bit to the left with a little bit of a close face. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would encourage you to, I don't know how you feel about it, but I would maybe consider trying to swing out to the right a little bit more. And that way you don't have to be afraid so much, I think, of the ball going left.
Yeah.
And you can release it a little bit better. So again, you've only had a couple swings at it, so I feel like you're really probably just warming up at this point.
Wasn't my best. I've yet to hit one solid.
Right. And it's not bad. It's just 1.4 on efficiency there. I agree. I think you're hanging back on it a little bit.
Yeah.
So your weight's a little bit on the right side. I'd say keep swinging at it. I think you're going to get your weight through in these next couple. One small possibility when you make your backswing, okay, don't let your pelvis slide really hard off the ball. Okay, if anything, if you could even have your pelvis move a tick towards the target as you coil, you might find that helps you to get through it a little bit better.
Alright. I feel like all my shots are about right here.
Okay. So there's a little piece of face tape on there so we can maybe get a good idea of actually where that ball is making contact.
I'm all over the place.
What was it?
5.
Okay.
5 center.
Not terrible. Let's look at the table and just kind of get a feel for what's going on. These numbers on spin are a little on the low side. That could be potentially why you're having trouble directionally with it.
What?
I remember, seeing you not that long ago hit this a lot farther. Launch angles are a little on the low side here.
What do I need to be at?
I would say 14-ish. Would be probably.
How much am I swinging up on?
So I don't know precisely what your angle of attack is, but I would say you're probably swinging up on it a ton. If anything, you probably swing up maybe even too much at it at times, and that might be why you're getting such a low spin. When you hit down at it, your numbers on spin are going to go up. Okay, so when you hit up at it, you get those lower spin numbers, and that's you're probably swinging up maybe even too much, theoretically. But I mean, your average drive right now is rolling out 294, the average of all those.
Yeah.
So you're killing it.
Yeah.
It's not ideal because when we look at these efficiency numbers, you're 144, 142, 140, 143, and let me show you what the center of the face feels like. So let me borrow your club and I'll kind of show you something here. So when you actually hit the center of the face, it doesn't matter how fast the club head's going in terms of like total speed for being efficient. What matters is how much club head speed in relation to ball speed that you create. So just a little chip shot like that. Let's look at what my efficiency was there. .40. Okay, so I didn't quite get the center of the face. I'm not gonna lie. So I went and hit a few chip shots there, and I want to see how efficient, you as the player will essentially, because you're a really good player, you're gonna find where the center of that face is, and once you've done that, you can start to put a little more speed into your swing. Just by chipping it out there like that, and you might even try hitting off a lower tee, because that high tee might be encouraging you to have that really high angle of attack. So just bunt it like that, just see how soft you can hit it, and we really want to find what, like, if you could get it up closer to 1.5. That was 1.33, and if you want, I'll tee them up for you. I kind of.
Yeah, maybe use a lower tee.
Let's see what that does.
Just chip them?
Yeah. Just see how efficient you can get at a really low speed, and then we'll go into a faster speed. .45. That was your most efficient swing yet, right there.
So you want a higher number, right?
Yeah, you want to. If you can get that to like 1.47, 1.48, I got a feeling you'll be hitting about 320. .46, so you moved it up again. So anytime you're ready to start swinging again, you feel free, but see if you can really make that face nice and stable through the hit there.
Off the heel.
.37
It was really bad to hit.
was badly hit.
I felt like it.
2,000 backspin, 12. So spin and launch were not that bad. Your club head speed was down. Did you decelerate through the hit?
Maybe.
Think about your drill with the pelvic punch. Think about all that work you've been doing. .43.
See, I feel like I'm thin them now with the short tee.
All right, put it back on the longer tee. Because that one launched just a hair on the low side. Backspin was good, 1900. Ball speed, 56.
I'll try my best.
Nice.
What's the efficiency on that?
1.44.
Spin
Club head speed was actually up.
What's the speed?
Which, the ball speed or the club? So club head speed was 109.4, ball speed was 157.2. Backspin was 1700. You wouldn't want it a whole lot less backspin than that. Put it back on the high tee, just for you know, just to see what it feels like and what it looks like. I think you're more comfortable on the higher tee anyway.
Really heely. Really off the heel.
Heel, okay. Pretty good for a heel shot. I mean, a little left of the target, but I mean, it is hitting the driver, so.
My spin, what was my spin on that? 2000?
2000, you've been pretty consistent right around 2000 with the spin. So generally, when players are hitting off the heel, what we find is their path is a little into out. You know, and that can tend to kind of put you out on the heel and maybe hit one more. And let's see your cut. You can work them all left or right as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we hit that one.
A little heely still.
Still a little bit of healing. Okay. Ball speed actually went up a little bit there.
Yeah.
.157.8. So far that is actually your best ball speed,
Yeah.
believe it or not. And you know that may have something to do with where you're hitting it on the face, possibly. So far your best carry has been 279. Your disable these pitches. So on average about 293. Okay? So carrying 270.
Maybe hit one more.
You want to hit another? Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to see if I can get it more on the toe.
Alright.
I'd rather hit it on the toe than the heel.
Okay.
Still right off the heel.
That's pretty good. That's
Heel.
as you can see, Brett is extremely consistent. He's definitely, I would say, a good at least 15 millimeters, looks like, into the heel of the club. You know, one thing that, you know, some coaches and some players are teaching nowadays is, you know, what they're finding with like the Iron Byron and the Robot is that those toe shots are actually, because of gear effect, they're tending to go farther, right? The hot spot, there's a hot spot there, a little on the toe. However, I tend not to teach players to aim for the toe. Like at the end of the day, I think it is good for you to say, hey, you know, let's play a little game, okay? And we'll put a new sticker on there, okay? We're going to call this the quadrant game. Okay, so I want to see if you can hit one on the high toe, one on the low toe, one on the high heel, and one on the low heel. Okay, and we'll see, the game will be how many shots necessarily will it take you to do all that. So we're not concerned at all about club head speed or distance on these next ones. We're not going to take these into consideration. So you can swing as hard as you want or as soft as you want. So it's just all about, you know, for you as a player to kind of feel each part of the club. And also we'd like one in the center. So there's 5 spots.
Alright.
You know, and you can take as many swings as you want. I'll tee them up for you.
So there's the center hit.
Nice! Center! Love it. How far to go?
I'm not even sure.
303 total.
3. Alright.
1.45. Good job on efficiency. 1900 backspin. Good launch. Good spin. It's 300 just slight left of the target. That was all.
Alright, let's see if I can get it to. Center.
Center. Little slight toe, slight high. Okay. I'll give you that. I think I can give you high toe on that one, I think.
Let's see if I can get a low toe. That's
Low toe. What if you stood back just a hair, and so your arms, if they were fully extended, kind of it might give you actually a little more opportunity to sort of release and get extended there at impact.
it's low.
You got low toe or
Or
just
middle.
just low? Low middle. So you're getting all the middles taken care of. 285.
That's about where I need to hit it though. But
Okay,
I'm hitting big swooping draws.
That so far that shot there, your ball speed was 161. That's your best ball speed yet today. Good job, by the way. That's significantly good. Club head speed was 110. Backspin was 2600. It launched a little low and 1.46. Awesome job in terms of efficiency. So you found a good little spot on the face to hit there. I think at the end of the day, we'd like the ball maybe to go a little higher in the air than that, but pretty good on everything else.
That's toe.
Toe?
Ish.
Okay. Good. So you definitely have high toe and low toe and middle taken care of. Let's get a couple of heel. Let's find the heel of it. That should be easy for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you found the heel on that one.
It's not even on the sticker.
That's low heel.
I stood real close to that.
Okay.
Alright. One more.
Alright, let's get high heel. So you definitely can dial in, yeah, a little high, a little on the heel. You can definitely manipulate, where you're making contact on the face. And that's a little game that you can play when you're on your own, just to kind of see, where you're hitting the ball in the center of the face, right? And to just kind of work at that a little bit. But I think we're going to say, I'll put you right at 300 for total on your driver. I think on maybe good days it might be longer than that. Bad days, maybe it's not all the way out to the 300 mark, but for the most part, I think 300 with the driver is good, and you're certainly hitting it plenty far. It would be nice to have a little bit more consistency when we look at this side angle here.
Yeah.
Left, right, left, right, left. And some of these shots, take into consideration, we were trying some different stuff. However, other things that are, in my opinion, pretty notable. When we look at the ball data, we're going to look at actually here the spin axis. So, having a consistent spin axis on the ball is going to be an important thing for consistency. So we'll continue to work on that a little bit as we go, but for the purpose of just kind of looking at the data here, I mean, I think your driver's okay at the moment as far as lie angle is concerned. I don't think we need to change the lie or the loft. if anything, at times it was on the low side. So we might actually, if you continue to hit too many drives like periodically that don't spin enough,
Yeah.
we might look at bringing up the loft on the face as opposed to really changing anything about your swing. Sometimes you do have a tendency to swing up at it a pretty good
Yeah.
amount. What backspin really does to the golf ball is it really has a significant impact on how the ball flies in the air.
Yeah.
So it creates lift as well as drag in the flight. Okay, so too much spin is going to create too much lift and too much drag. You'll lose yardage. PGA Tour averages right around 2,400 for a driver for most guys, which I would, with your club head speed, I'd put you right in there with, the PGA Tour averages of some of the longest drivers out there. Not enough spin, you tend to get those knuckleball effects.
Yeah.
You tend to get that duck hook, that top left or
Yeah.
stuff like that. And maybe we can work on your angle of attack a little bit if you want. Whereas most guys on tour are not hitting up at it a ton, but we do see that in the LPGA Tour where they don't have as much club head speed and they tend to need to get a little more efficient there. So, stuff to look at, right? And we'll take a look more when we do our playing lesson before we really come to, I think, any conclusions. I don't want to jump to any quick conclusions because it could just be just the way you were hitting it. What you got there? So, nice job. Quadrant game, successful.
The whole face.
With the whole face. It was, I think maybe 10 shots?
Yeah.
Alright, so